Hey guys, what's going on? It's Eli back with another review video, and of course, continuing on with the review marathon of classic live-action Disney films, and this is the last one. And let's wrap things up with the review marathon of classic live-action Disney films with, from 1982, it's Tron. Yes, I think I might have saved the best for last, don't you think? Because as I stated when I started this review marathon, that I would be doing live-action Disney films from the 50s up to the early 80s. So this one, there you go. There you go. So Tron, yes. So Tron, I have to say, I enjoy it. It's actually not bad. Because, I just like it because when it opens, because we get a glimpse of, say, the figure of Tron, then we see the logo Tron, but it goes by fast, and we just get to the movie itself, because we see in our world, because a guy playing the video game of Tron, then we cut to the world of Tron, we see the main antagonists, played by legendary actor David Warner, Sark, and the Master Control Program. They're really good in this movie. The characters that David Warner plays, they're really good. I especially love the Master Control Program, or as in short, MCP. MCP, short for Master Control Program. The Master Control Program's voice is really good, and also, another character that David Warner plays, Mr. Dillinger, who actually, because in the movie, the plot itself, Kevin Flynn, played by Jeff Bridges, he should be, he's the one, I guess, who created or invented, has to do something with games or whatever, but Mr. Dillinger kind of claimed it as he was the creator and such, but it's up to Kevin, as well as, Alan Bradley, played by Bruce, let me see, Bruce, how do you say his name? Boxlenter? I don't know. Who, he also plays, he plays Tron as well. And also, Cindy Morgan, she plays both Yori and in the Tron world, and in the real world, Laura Baines. So it's up to the three of them to show that it's really Kevin Flynn who is the creator and such, and not Mr. Dillinger. And some of the other characters, I'm looking, let me see. Yeah, because Mr. Dillinger, his full name is Edward Dillinger. And some of the others, there's also Dr. Walter Gibbs, played by Bernard somebody. Let me see. Bernard Hughes, yeah. And there's also Chrome, played by Peter Dresky, I think that's how you say it, I don't know. There was another character, too, who was alongside with Tron. Who was that? Might have been Chrome. I don't... No. It was right next to him. I'm looking at it on the tablet. Ram, played by Dan Shore, yeah, who was alongside with Tron, but didn't make it. Then there's also Dumont, played by once again, who he too is played by Bernard Hughes. So yeah, because the characters in the real world, they have their own characters in the Tron world, and as they're called in the real world, users, and the thing is, because Kevin, he accidentally gets into the world of Tron, and he's the first user to be in the Tron world, and so I just love that sequence where Sark and MCP, they're talking, and what kind of program is he, as Sark says, and he's not any kind of program, Sark, he's a user. A user? That's right, he pushed me in the real world. Somebody pushes me, I push back, so I brought him down here. Yeah, and I think Master Control Program put it there pretty well, somebody pushes me, I push back, the Master Control Program wanting to, I guess, take over the world, and also, there's one part where he mentions, also hacking into, I guess, the Pentagon, so, But yeah, so And you know what? Because the CG in this, and this is from 1982, and it's great, and it's obvious because as of now, when you look back at Tron, because well, yeah, the movie is set in the 80s, so and when you look at say its sequel, Tron Legacy, well, it's like for decades and such, the world of Tron kept changing and updating and such. You get what I'm saying? The technology. So yeah, if you get the whole idea of what I'm saying, there you go. And so, oh yeah, I forgot, because there's even like a hidden Mickey in there. It's pretty obvious, as, on the ground surface, there's the shape of Mickey's head with his mouth open, so, yeah. There's even, there's another character who's like a little ball or something who can only say yes and no. I forget that device's name, but, that robotic ball, but, the climax in that film is not bad too, because the showdown between Kevin, Sark, and the Master Control Program, and Master Control Program gives his power and such to Sark. Sark gets big, and Master Control Program and Sark, they do get defeated. All ends well, and it is revealed that, Kevin is the creator, just, and Dillinger, well, that's the end for Dillinger, just, he knew he now knows, he knew he lost, and when he tried to contact the Master Control Program, just, end of line, so, yeah, and everything changes, like, everything is properly set for the world of Tron, and, Kevin, he gets back into the real world, and meets up, like, the last scene of the film, he's in a helicopter and meets up with, with Alan and Laura, on top of, was it the World Trade Center or was it another building? I don't know, but some tall building, and all ends well. And there's one cool shot right before the credits roll, where there's a time lapse from day to night as the city and with the traffic and such. That's pretty cool, and the music in this too is pretty good. Not that much music to it, I don't think, but, And what's interesting, I look, some of the cast in this movie, well, besides the cast, the animators, like, I remember, because Tim Burton was one of the animators to this, which is really cool. Not only him, but Chris Wedge, who, from Blue Sky, had worked on this movie too. Pretty much like, say, the CG animation, that kind of stuff, so, Tron, I have to say, I think it's enjoyable, and I think it's definitely another one of Disney's gems, don't you think? Because there's just something about Tron, you just gotta love about it, you know what I'm saying? And you guys let me know what you think of Tron. If you enjoy it, just leave comments as always on what you thought of my review. And Tron, I have to say, I give this 8 out of 10. Yeah, 8 fingers, I was counting. 8 out of 10 stars for Tron. I enjoyed it. It's really good. And it's not a huge, major success or anything. Oh, but, 8 out of 10 is good for me. So, and just like, say, with the black hole, so, in my opinion. But anyways, so, again, 8 out of 10 stars for Tron. I hope you guys enjoyed my review of Tron. More reviews coming your way. They're going to be awesome. Keep looking forward. And that can get in conclusion, and with all that being said, the review marathon of classic live-action Disney films has come to an end. And with Tron being the last one, I gotta say, because looking back, because all the classic live-action Disney films that I've reviewed, they've left a huge impact, and there's just something about them. You just gotta love them, with their magic and just everything about those films, And even though I didn't do any others, like every single one of them, I was hoping I could, but throughout doing this review marathon, I just I knew that I just couldn't do every single one of them. Don't want to make this review marathon that long and big, yeah, it was really fun doing this. A few bumps in the road doing this review marathon, but in the end, I think this turned out pretty good. And now that the review marathon of classic live-action Disney films has come to an end, actually, the next review marathon is coming up pretty soon, in the next week or so. Well, because May is literally right around the corner. So, with this review marathon, wrapping up literally the last week of April. The next review marathon is right around the corner. And you might be wondering, what is the next review marathon? Well, it might be obvious because with May and such, let's just say this review marathon is in a galaxy far, far away. Stay tuned for that marathon. I hope you guys enjoyed this review marathon of classic live-action Disney films. And again, stay tuned for the next review marathon that's set in a galaxy far, far away. Take care, and peace out.